Hello, my internet friends. Recently, your boy experienced internet virality, if that is even a word. I think it is. And the dopamine hit was massive, I must say. But hey, that is not why we make art, alright? It's more than just likes, views, and attention that we crave as creatives, but hey, that's a topic for another video. Anyway, you clicked on, this video because you want to hear what type of video I put out. It was an ink sketch. How quote-unquote viral it went. Currently 244,000 views. And how you can duplicate my methods. Stay tuned. So let's get into it. Let me start by saying that I've been playing with TikTok since like late 2019, and I abandoned the app altogether for a long time and eventually returned to it, I want to say in late 2020, maybe even 2021. At some point in late 2020, early 2021, I actually discovered an artist named Devin Rodriguez who was going super viral on TikTok, making videos of himself drawing people on the New York City train, and then giving the person the free sketch at the end while capturing their reaction. The guy makes incredible work. He paints as well, really good stuff, and I highly suggest you check him out. But I will say, the inner hater in me was just like watching like, this is stage, there's no way he doesn't know these people, but whatever. Whether it is or not, I still love his work. I love what he's doing. If he finessed the game, congrats to him, he deserves it. Anyway, his page started to make me question, my failed TikTok posting. Posting on TikTok is more than just recording video of your process in a vertical format. I kind of learned this the hard way. I'd been posting clips of like random painting sessions, both digital and traditional, and sometimes it would get maybe 1,000 views if I was lucky, and most times a couple hundred. But then in March 2021, I had this like random urge to do, more sketching in pen for whatever reason. I just thought it was fun. Maybe I'd seen some fellow creatives doing cool pen sketches, and I was like, I want to sketch in pen. I want to get good at that. So then, I did. At the same time as this urge that came out of nowhere, I discovered the Instagram page @EarthsWorld that happens to be filled with interesting looking headshots of random people at county fairs. Highly recommend you check that page out and tell him I sent you while you're at it. A great resource for portrait sketch reference, I must say. So I had EarthsWorld's Instagram page open, and I pulled out a red pen and I sketched this super rough drawing that you see here of one of the headshots on the Instagram page. Recorded it vertically and posted it to TikTok with the very minimal caption, just a 15-minute warm-up sketch in red ink with some additional hashtags. I probably used whatever trending song was at the time, and that video got almost 1,400 views. Not much, you might think, but a big spike for me, and it probably got me some follows too. Now, almost 3 weeks later, I repeated this, and of course, after posting some other random process art videos that received not even half the views of that ink portrait video. But I went on EarthsWorld's Instagram page again, picked out an ugly looking old man and did a quick rough sketch in ink, and that video got almost 14,000 views. Now, at this point in time, I started to understand that these rough, ink portrait sketches that I didn't give a shit about got more love on TikTok than any of my other art content. The sad part is I wish I posted, more consistently, or at least those kind of videos more consistently, but I guess it's never too late. I still feel that way now. After that, I began to sprinkle the ink sketches into my posting, and at a minimum, again, they would get like 1,000 views, and at a max, they'd hit 16 or 17,000. Up until, January 31st, 2022, that is, when I posted this video. The video that keeps on giving to this day, it seems. As I whispered earlier, this video is currently sitting at 244,000 and 800 views. Since that video, I've posted 10 of these rough ink sketch videos, and they've averaged about 16,000 views. And I've seen my follower count, increase by about 1,345 followers in the last 28 days. Should be sharing my stats at this point. So let's simplify. By posting 9 of these, it was 10. By posting 10 of these ink sketch videos using a trending song, of course, I have grown 1,345 followers in the month of February. What I've learned from this is that I need to post more of these rough ink sketch videos. You'd think I would have learned it in 2021, but hey, I'm a slow learner and I get lazy, get in my head, and I leave, good ideas, I leave them alone and come back and go, I should have done this, but hey, here we are. I'm a human being. I plan to post, one of these almost daily in March. So I'm thinking if 10 videos averaging, 15,000, 16,000, views could get me a boost of 1,300 followers, 30 of these should get me about 4,000 followers in 1 month, assuming I post once a day. Now that we've gotten the numbers out of the way, let's talk about why these videos are doing 1,000 times better than any type of art content that I post on TikTok, because I have a few theories. Now, for one, people are attracted to faces. You hear this from almost every artist who has taken off on social media. Whether it be Ahmed Al-Duri, Angel Ganev, Sam Does Art, or even Ergo Josh. And if you're an artist, I'm sure you've heard of these names. If not, go look them up. All of these guys stick to portrait art for the most part, or at least they did in their early growth stage. Once you're big, you start to venture out into your other interests, or like interests you've always had, but you're just like, let me get big first. The problem, I think most of us are just like, I want to get big for what I like to do, and I feel that way a lot. And, that's probably why I haven't been consistent with those ink sketch videos, because I'm like, I don't always want to do an ink sketch. Anyway, I digress. With all of that said, why not add portrait sketching into your routine, especially if it's like a minimal 15 to 30 minute sketching session in my case. I'm like, if I'm, doing art, I could warm up with a 15 to 30 minute sketch session. Why not? Number 2, people appear to really enjoy seeing your sketch process more than your, super intense / serious, high quality paintings for some reason. At least for me, it seems that way. I think the average person is fascinated with the bare bones process of drawing, and for what the average person is clueless when they watch someone painting. Maybe they're just like, their brain can't fathom the alchemy and sorcery behind painting, and they can comprehend a drawing session. I will say, if you do want to stick to painting videos, my number 1 tip would be make sure it's the entire painting process sped up to 15 to 30 seconds. Just because people's attention spans are trash these days, and also nobody cares to see your painting of your original character broken up into 18 parts. Trust me, I know. The third thing about these face drawings is I've decided to draw them with like 0 guideline sketches. And I just start drawing a nose, and then I just add to it, and it kind of makes it very rough. And I mean, I fuck up all the time, but it prevents me from being as accurate with my proportions as I'd like to be. But I think it adds an element of magic for the average viewer. And I mean, the people that are on TikTok swiping are there to be entertained. So it's more about like, what type of video is going to be entertaining versus like getting the perfect drawing with these rough sketches. It's like the average person is just going to enjoy watching you materialize a face out of thin air than like seeing you do the guidelines and make sure the eye sockets are matching and symmetrical, and is the nose where it should be, and all of the art school stuff we've learned or art internet school stuff we've learned. And yeah, it just seems more enjoyable. It's like when you watch Kim Jong-gi draw something perfect out of thin air. It's like mesmerizing. Now, I'm not drawing anything perfect by any standards here or any means, but the average viewer who can't draw is like blown away. I'm a wizard to the average viewer. But with that said, I stay getting internet critics, you know, who love to tell me to use guidelines as if this is my first day at art and I really needed their unsolicited critique. And I'm just like, fam, this is a rough ink sketch that I did in 15 minutes, not my fucking Mona Lisa. Get off my back, bro. Read the caption. The caption says rough sketch in 15 minutes. Like, come on. You know, like, let's use our heads here. The fourth thing that worked in my favor with these ink portraits was the fact that I was mostly drawing rough looking and or ugly looking people at first. And I think a lot of times my most viral ink drawings had people thinking the character was a Titan from the anime Attack on Titan. And I learned that from the comments I was getting. And it taught me that drawing ugly characters will attract the fan base of Attack on Titan. Now, I don't always draw ugly people, but that was something I noticed, and it seems to like happen every time. Now, the last thing that I've learned to consistently go viral on TikTok is to reply to comments with videos. So for example, someone commented on one of my videos that they wanted me to draw Goku in my style. So I replied with a video of just that. That video is now sitting at 25,000 views. I'm currently actually backed up with requests, so I'm planning to reply to every request before my next ugly character sketch. I think this creates a healthy engagement rapport with your followers, and it can help increase growth and visibility. To wrap up this video, I think my art went viral on TikTok because I was recording videos of my very rough portrait sketches in ink of rough-looking people and attaching a trending song to those videos. I also referred to a TikTok growth video that told me the most optimal times to post, and I began to post at those times, and also at the times my videos did the best. So like if you're watching one of those content creators who are telling you like, this week the TikTok algorithm says you should post either at 11 a.m., 3 p.m., or 5 p.m., and you post at 11 a.m. and that video goes crazy, and then the next day you post at 3 and that video doesn't go that crazy, maybe the next video maybe you should just stick to 11 a.m. on future posts. Because it seemed like it worked the first time, it might keep working. That's just something I've noticed. In addition to that, I started to take drawing requests from my followers, and they seem to love that. I think any artist can add rough portrait sketching to their day-to-day creative routine and record those videos for TikTok. Maybe you don't even have to do portrait sketching. I also started to experiment with doing obscure figure drawing, and those videos did well too. It really told me that for some reason the average viewer just prefers sketches of, you know, human faces or human figures significantly more than they like videos of my painted quote-unquote masterpieces. I learned that each platform prefers something different, so experiment with your TikTok page, and when you find what does well for you, do a lot more of that thing. Don't be like me and just like passively do it here and there. Like, get consistent with it, do it every day, and maybe you'll blow up on TikTok and you'll be, you know, working as an artist full time at that point. Till next time, my internet friends, peace out.